Berlin, Berlin, du bist ein heißes Pflaster. Wer dich nicht kennt, verbrüht sich leicht den Fuß. Wo die Moral wohnt, wohnt auch gleich das Laster. Und der Verriss blüht neben süßen Schmus. Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.
Bin ein Berliner.
Hello, welcome to a new show. I'm here now at the Embassy of the United States of America, and here I'm going to meet the Ambassador Emerson and Mrs. Emerson. Let's see. One of the few pictures of the embassy before the Second World War and the ruins from 1957 on Pariser Platz. 1990, after the reunification, the place went back to the US. 2008, the new embassy building was built. We all know it from the outside, but I get an exclusive tour from the inside.
Hi again. Good to see you again. How are you?
So nice to see you again. Thank you. Have you seen this map of Berlin?
Yes.
So this map is very cool, particularly since we're about to go on a Ringbahn tour, but it shows the city of Berlin during the occupation. This red line here is where the wall was, and this is where we are right now in no man's land.
Exactly. And we're at the embassy, and I'm so glad that you make me visit it and be in what room are we now?
This is called the Quadriga Room, and the reason it's called the Quadriga Room is because the four horses and the chariot rider on top of Brandenburg Gate is called a quadriga.
As a Botschafter from Germany, that means you're representing the head of the state in America. That means Mr. President Obama.
Correct. You, as ambassador, you're sort of the lead person for the U.S. government in the country, but you're also the personal representative of the President of the United States.
How did it come and did you get into politics? Did you study first? Where? And how did you get into it?
Well, we're both lawyers. We both went to law school. I joke that we're both recovering lawyers because we aren't practicing anymore. But I got into politics really in college initially, and then not so much in law school, but after I became a lawyer practicing in Los Angeles, I got very actively involved.
And you were in law school where?
Oh, I was in UC Hastings, which is in Northern California. And yeah, so I went to law school, but then I went to France and studied, and then I came back, and then I practiced law, and then I left law to work in presidential politics.
Okay, and then when is the first time you got in touch with Germany?
Well, I was in Germany in 1975 after I graduated from college, and a professor of mine came over here to Berlin to be the number 2 person in the Aspen Institute Berlin. And so I did what a lot of college kids do in the United States. I got a Eurail pass, and I spent the summer traveling through Europe and visited a number of places in Germany, but spent about a week in Berlin at that point. And then again, about 10 years later, I was here on not really a scholarship, but a program put together by the Friedrich Ebert Stiftung and the American Council on Germany. So I had a couple of visits to Germany in the early days. But
And
you lived over here, Kimberly.
Exactly.
But I didn't live in Germany. I mean, I didn't actually spend time in Germany until we moved here. I'd been here a couple of times before on vacation.
And when did you move here?
2.5 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
And how long are you going to be ambassador?
Basically, every ambassador is supposed to submit a resignation when the new president is confirmed, or not confirmed, but inaugurated, which is January 20th, 2017. But what often happens is the new president, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, is going to appoint a new ambassador to Germany, but will also happen, particularly if it's a president from the same party that you come from, they would say stick around until your successor is confirmed or at least has been nominated. So unquestionably we'll be here into 2017, and the only question is, are we here for, a couple of months or for 5 or 6 months more? But we've got at least a year left in Berlin.
I'm glad because I don't want you to leave. You have to stay.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Now it's Berlin, and how you like Berlin?
We love it. I mean, you get to spend a lot more time kind of going to things in Berlin than I've had. So why don't you talk about?
I think we just know different parts of Berlin. I mean, you kind of know the capital city as the capital city and kind of the government and all of the political and business side of it. And I'm much more kind of dived into the cultural side of Berlin.
And in this Oval Office, I saw this beautiful, nice table. I heard that you can adjust the table.
We end up doing, we had high tea here with Meryl Streep the other day. The night before, we had the big table on it, and we did a dinner for the cast and crew, filmmakers of Genius, which showed, so Colin Firth and Laura Linney and Guy Pearce were here, as well as the director and the writers and the distributors. So that was very fun. And on New Year's Eve, we actually have a sit-down dinner, black tie dinner for about 25, 26, actually more, because we add a table to the room. So we can all watch fireworks up here. It's such an exciting evening to be up here in the embassy.
Well, you're going to show me quickly outside in a second?
Yeah,
Yes?
we can do that.
But I wanted to ask you first, like privately, you have two daughters?
3 daughters.
3 daughters, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And you do sports, or what do you do in your private?
Well, Kimberly's a real big athlete, as are our kids, but why don't you talk about what you do, and then I'll talk about
I'm a tennis player, so I play tennis at a couple of different clubs here in Berlin. You know, there's, tennis seems to be divided more into kind of, you know, clubs that you join. And right now we're all inside, playing inside the bubbles because it's so cold out. And I also love running. And of course with the Grunewald right next door, it's a fantastic place to go running. And then, you know.
But you ran in the marathon.
Yeah, I ran in the half marathon last year. Yeah, I'm not doing it again this year because the friends I was going to run with can't do it. So that was definitely a motivator. I think for me to do a long run like that, I have to be with people that like to run as well.
Exactly. And Mr. Emerson?
Yeah, well, I play tennis as well. I've had, knee problems, but the red clay is perfect for that. So we play on the weekends.
Can't be my running partner.
Yeah, I can't do the running. But I also like to play golf periodically. Unfortunately, the demands of this job are such I've probably only played golf about a half a dozen times since I've been here.
But you've got the rest of your life.
That's true. That's true.
Want to go outside?
Yeah, let's go outside.
You show me around.
Sure,
Yes.
fantastic.
My God. You know, I feel so honored because not everybody except Meryl Streep can be here.
I mean, you can shoot here. You've got the, of course, the Brandenburg Gate, the Reichstag, the Chancellery over there. Are you following all that? Yeah, there you go. And you can see the, Hauptbahnhof way over there. And then if you curl around, you can see the, Siegessäule and then Potsdamer Platz and
also the Philharmonic.
Yeah.
The Philharmonic.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Philharmonie. So
It's beautiful.
Tiergarten, which isn't very green right now. And you can also see where the wall was in the street.
can you see the bricks in the street where the wall is? Yeah. And I guess
Beautiful.
where's the memorial to the Sinta and the Roma? That's in there, isn't it? I think it's in that.
It's over there.
So Kimberly and I were out here on the ground watching as Germany won the World Cup in the summer of 2014.
Yeah, it was great.
And then we stood up here during the big celebration, the Weltmeister Championship celebration. And it sounds like the cars are honking to celebrate that right now.
So now you show me your Berlin here, but Mr. Momper, the ex-mayor, and Mrs. Momper, they're going to show us a tour through Berlin, and in a few days we're going to meet again, and then I'm invited to join you on that tour through Berlin in the Ringbahn. Yeah.
Right? Looking forward to it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, that sounds great. And we've done bicycle tours in Berlin through Wedding and other communities, Kreuzberg, and then
And
you
different
did
walking
a tour.
tours. Yeah. Well, I did an alternative bike ride from Prenzlauer Berg down into Kreuzberg.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fabulous alternative bike ride that takes you through parts of Berlin that you wouldn't normally see. And I think that's how we feel about the Ringbahn, is that, we're, because of, different things, concerns and security and all of that, John is in a vehicle every day. And this is a wonderful opportunity to get out and see Berlin in a way that, from a perspective that we don't normally see.
Yes.
So we're excited.
I am too, and I see you in a couple of days.
Well, thank you for joining us. That'll be fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So great.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Then the day came that US Ambassador Emerson and Mrs. Emerson acted like a normal tourist and made a tour with the S-Bahn ring. They were accompanied by formerly Mayor of Berlin, Mr. Momper. He resided from 1989 until 1991, and his wife, Anne Momper. We all went onto the train at Westkreuz, which took us to our first stop, West End. Let the journey begin. Waiting for the traffic light to change, I grabbed the opportunity to ask the ambassador how it was to take the train, because it is quite unusual for him.
Now you're like a broken down old horse. So get on your way, cause you had your day. Why don't
We
you
started to take the train.
Yeah.
How was it?
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Very
and
easy.
cool,
The map is easy
clean.
to read. It's very clean. Yeah, good. And this is probably a good time of day to be on the train because you don't have the commuters.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the tour. We're starting now, and
yeah.
and then
In a
I'm gonna
faster-
ask you zwischendurch a few questions.
All right, das ist gut.
Okay, das ist gut. First stop is the Staatliche Museums Gipsformerei Replica Workshop. We are welcomed by the head of management, Miguel Hevrich, who gives us an exclusive exhibition. The manufactory, it's one of the biggest in the world, right?
It's the biggest one from kind of museum manufacturing. We have 7,000 pieces, and it's the greatest one in the world. Yes.
The Staatliche Museums Gipsformerei is the largest institution of its kind in the world. High-quality art replicas of works mainly from the collection of the Staatliche Museum zu Berlin, but also from other European museums, have been produced here for almost 200 years. As a producer of sculpture replicas, the Gipsformerei faithfully upholds tradition in creating unique artworks using time-honored production methods that demand a fund of expertise and extraordinary delicate work executed by hand. How impressive is it to see this here?
Oh, it's just incredibly impressive. I mean, it's an industry that I never really thought about even existing, and the fact that they can take these extraordinarily ancient sculptures and keep them alive for today, or even if they're destroyed, in effect remake them, is a great, wonderful service to society.
Yeah, and it's a great tour tag, right? And we're going to go through Berlin.
Oh, it's fantastic. A great tour. Who knew?
Mr. and Mrs. Momper told me about the exhibitions. Der Ambassador ist ja sehr begeistert schon von unserem Tourauftakt hier in dieser Gießerei. Wie finden Sie es?
Yeah, this is one of the stars of Berlin's art culture landscape. And you have only this big one in all over the world. There's no other one. And with all their casts and models and things like that, it's really unique. And so the ambassador, of course, is really pleased by this.
It's a nice place you chose, and you and your wife. Have you been here before?
Yes, we have been at least 2 times, I think. But after some years, you can go again because you forget quite a lot and things change. Of course, this was very interesting to see the große Kurfürst ordered from Mexico.
I asked Mrs. Emerson of her impression. So our first tour tagged here. What do you say about this place?
Unbelievable, astounding, extraordinary, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
It's absolutely, who knew this existed? And the level of their craft is so high. And it's in this very, kind of normal building, set in a normal neighborhood. You would never really say, oh, wow, look at that, we have to check it out. You'd walk by it very easily.
Or like us, we came here with the S-Bahn, and now we're going to go further and see more of beautiful places in Berlin.
Yeah, this is one of the things about Berlin that makes it so exciting, is this process of discovery. You always feel like you're peeling back the layers of the onion in Berlin.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you. Let's go.
Das ist Berlin.
Bin ein Berliner.
Wie es weint und wie es lacht.